Today I'm going to share with you some of my past experiences socializing in the deaf community. Up to now, year after year, I would go around and teach ASL classes. Many different schools. There would be sometimes universities, maybe private schools, just many different schools all over. And it's really important for the students to go and be involved in the deaf community, to learn from them and really just start signing and understanding different people and language. So it was really encourage them to go and be part of it. And as the hearing students would start to learn to sign, they need to learn the 3 equities. Not their skills weren't important. They need to start learning more sign and being involved and showing the deaf people how to start connecting with them and just saying like, hey, what's up? Going around socializing. It's fine to start to be slow and learn, just watch, but now become more involved, and it's not to like overwhelm them, but be nice to the deaf person and socialize with them and not just be scared. So today we're going to discuss the skills. So are you ready to learn? The deaf community equity number 1. So the deaf community signing means, let me back up. The deaf zones of equity means, so you're involved with the deaf community, and say if a deaf person were to maybe walk into a room, it's always important to start signing. It doesn't matter if the deaf person is involved in conversation or is just passing by, going out the door. All of it's really important. If he's deaf person just maybe looking around, it's important to start signing for many different reasons. It's to show respect and that you can sign, and so they can feel more involved. So maybe they can come up and say like, what's up, and be a part of your conversation. So say if you were sitting here chatting with a deaf person or hard of hearing person, you would start signing. It's really important to keep your voice off completely and just keep signing. Do you know why it's important to sign only? Because if you're voicing, you have a tendency when you're voicing and signing at the same time, what really happens is that your voicing tends to like drop. You start dropping signs here and there, but you need your signing to be clear. Your signing needs to be clear with your expressions, your facial expressions, and everything. So now to step number 2. Say if it's cool, you're walking around, you're chatting with somebody, and then a deaf person comes and they're sitting there talking to you, and say, it's okay for them to say like, hey, do you mind if you please use expressions, maybe mouth a little bit more, please? And you should say, what should you do? You should respect them and add more of your expressions, more lips, mouthing the words. Maybe it's to help them see, to understand completely, to have that conversation, so you can start signing a little bit more. Maybe it's wrong just a little bit, and the deaf person would catch that sign and with your lips. So it's very important to respect that and say, fine, sure, I can use more expressions, I can start lip reading more, and maybe they can even help you with that. So now to step number 3. So you see 2 deaf people conversating, they're signing, they're having a nice time, they're conversating, just those 2, and you need to walk by. So what do? It is nice and polite to walk around them. Say if you're voicing, you can walk through them, but so what should you do? You can say, excuse me, walk through them, and go through them like the door and go out. That's fine, that's totally fine. You say nothing and you just walk through. No, and then if you try to duck, that's really impolite, so you're supposed to just walk through, be nice and clean, just fast, so you don't break their connection, get them all messed up. So it's better you just walk straight through, be nice, maybe say excuse me, and then just leave. So you come down to number 4, you start initializing conversation. So how do you start that? It's fine to be nice and just tap them on the shoulder, like, hey, maybe just like the regional part of the shoulder on the top. Or you can just wave, get their attention. Or maybe if you're down, just start signing a little bit like, hey, how are you? And then when they meet your eye gaze, you can start signing. You know what normally happens in larger groups of people when they're all together socializing, they have a tendency to not look. The lights, maybe. If there's a big presentation, they'll flicker the lights so everybody knows it's time to pay attention. So, and they're ready to start. So we're going on to number 5. And it is interaction with intrusion versus intrusion. And it's very important to be skilled. You're teaching and showing respect and the knowledge and with the hearing and the ASL you've learned as the student as I, and the meaning to be one-on-one. So the deaf people tend to be in their own little group and socialize. And it's hard for hearing people to be there, but you need to be patient, be nice. So there's different things you do to start learning in school. They usually welcome you like, hey, how are you? But it's also important to respect that their time socializing. Most of the time they're really busy and there's work during the week with their families, school, and all the different things. So if they're busy, just chaotically, but differently, they have a time schedule. So trying to get all together is really important. Please everybody to watch, say what's up, how are things, socialize a little bit. Cherish those times together. Cherish that little group. Just talk to them. And for yourself, just to go up to a person and say, can you teach me one-on-one? And if they have time, they might say, no, not really, I don't have time. So for your team, maybe you can sit there and just chat a little bit. And it's full schedule. Say, thank you for your time. It's perfect. Allow them to go on their way and be friends and say thank you and pleased to meet you and all that. And then back away from the situation. So the second thing to remember that is you're here to learn and learn only. So you're sitting here watching them, and if maybe they start question like, see me, and you're sitting there later with your ASL teacher and you're discussing it, and you can learn that. You can learn more. It's really important that you go and meet them one-on-one and not goes the time, socialize with other different people. So we're up to number 6. You really need to want one-on-one time with somebody. You can encourage to learn from somebody, discuss more, always learn more. It's like, do you mind setting up time to work with me, just for me and you? And sometimes they may say, yes, I can set up an appointment for a meeting for this long and everything. That's fine. That's totally fine. So now we're up to number 7, exchanging notes. So if somebody's just writing full notes, it takes a long time. So this means what you do. You go back to your ASL class, learn more and more about all of it, and giving feedback and signing and everything. And then you go back and you converse more, you socialize a little bit more, and you can learn different things. So now we're down to number 8. Respect the native sign language users and their opinions. So say if a deaf person was giving you feedback and they're nitpicking you, so what do? You be nice, you cherish that, and you say, thank you, I accept that feedback, and you go, thank you again, I appreciate your help and teaching me, I'm glad to be learning, and you stick that in the back of your head and you remember that. Why? It's not normally hard, it's not a struggle, you don't need to struggle with that to your teacher, just signing. Signings are different, don't discuss it, don't argue, just use the feedback, accept it, put it in the back of your mind and say, thank you, appreciate that, go on with it. It's always okay to do more notes, do later, socialize, and ask everybody else's opinion so you can get better as time goes on and your skills will really improve. It's also important to respect a person for their own strengths. Why? Because their point line is their culture, and you are the student. And the last thing to learn all together is to cherish all the things, go out, try to gain all the experience you can and socialize. It's fun and fantastic learning with all these different experiences, and it's a true pleasure, and you should enjoy your journey. Thank you.